Hello and welcome to the SuperFriends of Media podcast. I'm the Inhuman Show as per usual, and with my normal co-host
and Captain Galaxy. Hey everyone!
And we do have a guest that, if you've watched any of these before. Somebody else take this.
So there's talk that there's Silver Surfer movies going to be done.
Yeah.
At some point. Yeah. I mean, I'd be pretty excited for that. I mean, it'd be good to see an on-screen Galactus that doesn't totally suck as just like a giant dust cloud in space.
Yeah, like all of the other big villains from then. Parallax, Galactus.
I honestly hope it happens because Silver Surfer is a great character, and I would love to see him on the big screen.
Yeah. That would be great.
I mean, say what you want though about those two Fantastic Four films. I mean, they're still nowhere near as bad as Fantastic, but I mean, I still kind of enjoy them. I mean, the tone is very similar to what the MCU was in its early phases.
I like the casting for both of those films too.
Yeah.
It's just a shame the Thing looked so rubber.
Yeah, I wasn't huge on Jessica Alba being cast though. I don't think that's great casting. Even though John.
I was just going to say, it's very hard to take her seriously as a scientist character because she's just too much of a supermodel.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that beautiful women can't be scientists, but at the same time, she wasn't really known for playing that sort of role, and I don't think she really pulled it off.
No. But I still kind of like the first one. The first one is still the best Fantastic Four film.
Yeah. It's not got a lot else to go up like next to it, I suppose.
To be fair, I mean, the Roger Corman one is pretty close.
It's actually funny how similar their stories are, though.
Oh, I've never watched it.
It's almost like they had the same first draft of the script. Like, the story is almost identical, it's just the difference of budget.
Well, they were both done for the same reason, keeping the rights. Just copy, paste that script, modernise it a bit.
Yeah.
Bang.
Even Fantastic as well. Like, it's just a recurring theme with the Fantastic Four. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
That was my alarm to remind me to get on for the podcast. Sorry about that.
It's fine.
I think the story behind Fantastic is more interesting than all four Fantastic Four films.
Oh, it definitely is.
Yeah.
The funniest story about Fantastic, though, that I always remember is just how Kate Mara was really pissed off with Josh Trank as a director because, as the story goes, she got wasted after shooting on set.
Especially that wig.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie though. When Josh Trank tweeted about Stanley's passing, that was really sad. Though. That was legit sad.
Yeah. That was horrible.
I feel most sorry for Josh Trank in that whole Fantastic business out of anyone because it really does seem like just everything went wrong for him and like everyone was against him on that.
Yeah. I see he really liked.
It was a classy move about that tweet.
Yeah, you can tell he really liked the Fantastic Four and wanted to do it right.
Yeah, I see it in the same way I see David Ayer. They hired someone with a vision, and then they took their vision away because they just.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely see where you're coming from with that, but I still think that there was no saving Suicide Squad.
Oh no, there definitely wasn't.
Even without the edits, like it was still a pretty poor movie.
But I still don't think. I still don't think you can blame David Ayer for that cut.
No, definitely not. But at least he was classy about it, and like even said in the press, like the theatrical cut is his cut. Whereas one of the big problems with Josh Trank was that he tweeted the day before the movie was released.
That was great. That was comedy.
I still think I have to just wonder what was going through his head at that moment. Like, just save your career. I mean, at least he's making.
It lost him stars.
Yeah, he was going to do episode 9, or was he going to do one of the side movies? I forget.
I thought it was Boba Fett.
Yeah, it was Boba Fett.
Oh shit, it was. Yeah.
Oh, I still wish we'd seen his cut. I think it would have been a good movie. Yeah. I don't think I would have liked it at all, but I think it would have been good at least. So,
did you guys see like the concept art for the Fantastic Four being in Deadpool 2?
Yeah, that was so good. Did you see the Doom concept art that were released earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell they were trying to go more grounded with this Fantastic.
Yeah, it was. I don't think the tone works for the Fantastic Four. They're supposed to be, by their very nature, they're supposed to be like fantastical. Like it's in the name.
Yeah, as many complaints about that people have about Ant-Man's tone and Ant-Man and the Wasp's tone. That's kind of what you want from a Fantastic Four film.
Yeah, but a little bit more cosmic, like maybe a cross between the tone of Ant-Man and like Thor Ragnarok. Like that would be sort of perfect with a little bit of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, Red's family.
Yeah.
Subject.
I would like to see them treat the Fantastic Four as more cosmic heroes.
Oh, definitely. I mean, they got their powers in space.
Yeah,
it just makes sense.
Yeah. Remember when Fantastic Four 2 Rise of the Silver Surfer tried to do the Fantastica?
They did? Man, I haven't seen this movie in years. I completely forgot that.
Yeah, they did the Fantastica when they were on their way to trap Silver Surfer. It looks nothing like the Fantastica, but it's the Fantastica.
Yeah, apparently it was going to be in Fantastic as well.
Yes, it was. It was even referenced.
And then they replaced it at the end with what was it? Sue Storm flying them all in
in the bubble.
Fields. Yeah, and it just looked awful. It's just clearly they ran out of budget and just decided, this will do.
Speaking of things that are that bad, Dark Phoenix is supposed to be Fantastic bad.
Yeah. Was anyone surprised?
No, not at all.
I mean, even the first trailers. I mean, this movie was supposed to be out 2 months ago. They've pushed it back.
Yeah. Remember the poster they released 2 or 3 days before they changed the release date?
Was that poster real though? Because there's a load of them going around at the moment that have turned out to be fake.
No, they posted it on their official Twitter.
Oh, I actually haven't seen the new poster. I've purposely avoided this movie because it looks unbelievably awful.
It's hot garbage.
And that's why I love it. And for the same reason I hate Venom, I probably won't see it in IMAX, but I'm going to see it.
Venom will be better than this. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Venom is trash, but it's fun. I actually did enjoy it, even though it is bad. But at least it's entertainingly bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is more than I can say for X-Men Apocalypse. That movie is just boring. Like, there's just nothing in that movie that I liked.
No. The least they could have done was use the costumes at the end the whole way through.
Yeah.
Just give me something.
I mean, at least they're using those costumes in this one. It's like this the first time on screen since, actually, I guess maybe Deadpool kind of did them. But it's the first time we've got semi-comic accurate costumes.
Yeah, but they aren't even using the same costumes from the end of Apocalypse. They're using these
pajama versions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jubilee's not even going to be in Dark Phoenix.
Isn't she?
I always liked Jubilee, but apparently the actress was shooting another movie, so she couldn't do it. So Jubilee was introduced in the last movie, and now she's just gone again.
We better get a Jubilee cut in the same way we got a Rogue cut.
No.
Just Jubilee is everything.
I always liked Jubilee. Like,
yeah.
Growing up, like in the 90s, watching the. Did you guys ever see the 90s X-Men animated series?
Yes.
I have. Yeah, I've seen it. I think I've seen 2 seasons of it. Yeah,
I mean, her power in that is kind of crap. It's just she can shoot fireworks, basically. But I always liked Jubilee. I liked how she was dressed. Like she was funny. But
yeah, and it's a costume you can do without. It's a type of costume it's a type of costume I thought I'd see with Bryan Singer.
Because it's too brightly coloured for Bryan Singer. Like, he even made Superman's colours dark.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, you remember how brown? Like, instead of red, he had brown.
Yeah.
Julie was always a fun character to me, so it was kind of a shame not to see her in these movies.
Oh. Yeah. Have you ever seen the Jubilee costume from X3? She's in that somewhere.
I didn't even know she was in there somewhere.
Oh, she's in.
Is she in like Magneto's like Mutant Brotherhood, like that one scene where he meets with like?
No, I think she's in the school.
Huh.
But
she's a background character.
Her costume it's a black coat with tints of yellow all over the place. It's disgusting.
I mean, at least with this movie, if they did have her in it, it would make sense. Like, being the 90s, she could wear like this garish, like bright yellow coat with pink glasses and all that stuff. But
yeah, it would make sense. But
she had it in the last movie, but the last movie sucked, so I tried to forget that.
Yeah.
Same with X3. That's why I don't remember she was in X3. Like, I've purposely tried to forget that movie.
Wasn't she also in X-Men Origins of Wolverine?
She may well have been. I purposely tried to forget that one as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the X-Men franchise I've tried to forget.
All of them except First Class, I know.
First Class is great.
Yeah, First Class is the best.
I didn't hate Days of Future Past as well. I did actually quite enjoy that one.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. I don't think it was great, but
the director's cut is better. It added some scenes that I thought did make the movie.
Is that the road cut, or is that just
the road cut?
Yeah, the road cut was, I'd say, decent.
Yeah.
Quite happily.
It's still not a great movie, but it's like how the director's, like the Ultimate Edition of Batman vs Superman is marginally better than the original, even though the original was shit. So
yeah,
there's no real fixing the movie, but it is slightly better.
It's just, here's an explanation to a thing that made no sense. Here's an extra scene to explain what happened to this person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does fix some of the plot holes.
I just wish Days of Future Past was the last X-Men movie from Fox, because
it would have been the perfect ending.
It had a nice ending to its franchise, so I'm like...
Yeah, if it was the last X-Men movie, and then you just did the 2 Deadpools and the Logan, I'm happy. I'm done. I'm
The
done.
X-Men Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix seem to really.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah.
It still makes me laugh though. I mean, you look at Beast. He hasn't aged since the 60s.
Yeah.
But within the next 8 years, he's going to turn into a middle-aged Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah, that's gonna. I assumed, and this is purely because it's Fox. They'd CGI age up everyone just for this.
Or at least makeup. Like, making someone look older with makeup is easy these days. Making someone look younger is a lot harder. So by now they should be able to do makeup or something just to make them look slightly older.
And yet, Magneto looks the same age as he did. Like, I don't think Michael Fassbender has changed look since then.
He's exactly the same.
Yeah.
And within 10 years, he's going to turn into, like, old man Ian McKellen. Like, seriously, what's going to happen in those 8 years? Like, every character ages, like, 40 years.
It'll be a villain called Ajo. And
it'll be a mutant virus that makes everyone age overnight.
Yeah. All mutants suddenly age. And all of the plot... It's a plot hole fix-a-majig.
Yeah.
See,
but, I mean, like you said, though, Days of Future Past would have been the perfect ending.
Yeah, it would have been. I still probably would have wanted Logan, because Logan is the perfect ending to all of it.
Well, Logan's a side story, so yeah, that's an even better ending. Like, Logan was fantastic.
I think it was great, but I don't enjoy it. It's not the type of film I'll watch when just at any time. I need to be in a select mood for Logan.
Oh yeah, it's not a popcorn flick.
No,
you can't just turn it on any evening you want.
I haven't watched Logan since I first watched it. Have you watched Aquaman?
I haven't seen it yet.
No, I mean neither. I haven't watched any new film this December.
Yeah, I just haven't had the money. It's like whenever films release around Christmas, I'm like, I've just bought like presents for people. I have no money right now.
I would love to go and see Into the Spider-Verse. And
yeah, I haven't seen that either.
I haven't seen that one either.
Server Queen, and he's like, oh, it must be the yearly crossover, and they just decide not to bother.
No. The Muppets version of that, the Muppets part of that episode was gold.
That was really funny, yeah.
Yeah.
I quite liked the whole Charlie's Angels tribute.
Yes!
That was kind of fun.
And the Custodians of the Chronology.
Yeah, that was fun.
Definitely not Guardians.
That was a great episode. That was just a great episode in general.
Yeah.
But, should we move on anyway? I think I was on the CW and the TV shows.
So, I guess we should just rush over the Fantastic Four, because I don't play games, really. But the Fantastic Four are returning to games.
Yeah, is this the story about how apparently the Marvel Spider-Man game is going to have a Fantastic Four thing?
Yeah, kind of. But
I mean, people are saying maybe it's a new DLC, but I'm thinking it's probably just a new costume. It's probably the Amazing Bagman.
Yeah.
It'll just be Fantastic Four costume with a paper bag on his head.
I think Perfect World, though, you get probably the Baxter Building added to the edge of New York. It's all the time. It's just out on the edge.
Or just repurpose an existing building and just stick like Baxter Building sign on it or something.
Like they're gonna upgrade the game, and here's the Baxter Building. That's it. That's it. I felt like.
Yeah,
in a perfect world, though, it would just be, oh, by the way, you thought there were 3 DLCs. There's actually 4, and like the 4th DLC is Fantastic Four. Like that would be great.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think it will just be a new costume. What
do you think would be the 3 suits if you were to get the Fantastic Four? So obviously there's the Bagman. What would be the other 2?
Probably Future Foundation.
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man. I don't know what the other one would be. Maybe the Amazing Spider-Man suit.
Yeah, just throw in Chasm as well.
Yeah. Or a new cartoon one.
Yeah, Japanese Spider-Man. Oh, the Power Ranger Spider-Man.
Well,
Mecha Spider-Man. Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I think it will probably be a cartoon one, though. Yeah. Maybe it'll be like the Spectacular Spider-Man suit or something, and it'll look like that animated show. That would be great. I'd love to play as that costume.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, with Marvel announcing Fantastic Four is coming back. They banned them because they didn't want those
it's really, really petty.
Fox. They just banned them.
But I mean, it is petty as hell, but Fox was so messing up those characters that they just, I guess they just figured, why should we be promoting these terrible, terrible films? Like, maybe if a Fantastic Four film was actually any good, they would have like not bothered banning them.
I used to play Marvel Contest of Champions because I think that's the best Marvel mobile phone game. I wish they had a Fantastic Four then, because I was just stuck with a 1-star Spider-Man the whole time.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Wow, what's that Marvel MMO game that's free to play at the moment on like PlayStation and Xbox and all that? I forget what it was called.
Was it Marvel Heroes?
I think it was Marvel Heroes, yeah. But like, the original PC version had the Fantastic Four, but when they re-released it in HD for consoles, they removed them. So that was kind of a shitty thing to do.
And everyone expected the Fantastic Four and X-Men in Marvel vs. Capcom, but that never happened.
Yeah. Who the X-Men? I don't know the X-Men.
You really have a hate relationship with Marvel vs. Capcom, don't you, Cap?
I do at the moment.
I've just never played any of them, to be honest.
First 3 were amazing, and then Infinite is just hot garbage.
I've got an Xbox. I can't even play Marvel Spider-Man.
Oh man, I feel for you. That's a brilliant game.
Yeah.
I've played it from start to finish, including all the DLC, maybe twice now.
I've watched a couple of your streams of you playing it.
Yeah.
Just randomly.
I haven't streamed in a long time. My internet connection is really, really dodgy with my PlayStation.
Yeah.
It's annoying because I bought Fallout 76 before I realised how bad it was going to be. But the real kicker, though, is that my internet connection through my PlayStation is so dodgy I can barely play it anyway.
Yeah.
So I've bought the game, but I can't even play it if I wanted to.
Remember when Fallout 76 promised was it linen bag? And then they just gave this...
It was like shitty plastic.
Yeah. It's that type of bag you get for free from a magazine.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, it's funny because did you guys see the trailer for this game, The Outer Worlds? It's from Obsidian.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's Obsidian, the guys that made Fallout New Vegas.
I'll add it to my watch list, but I'll give it a look when we finish.
It looks great, and like in the original trailer for it, in the trailer for the game, they've put like from the original creators of Fallout and the developers of Fallout New Vegas, which is basically the good Fallout games.
Yeah.
And it's funny, they've come out with like statements and stuff saying stuff like there will be 0 microtransactions in this game. It's a single player experience. It's a dedicated RPG where your choices do matter. It's just like everything they're doing is just throwing shade at Bethesda, and it's great. I can't wait for that game.
Yeah, but it's like when the new Spider-Man cartoon said, from the creators of Spectacular Spider-Man. Not gonna mention Ultimate Spider-Man then. No,
because it sucked.
It sucked, but I think it had some pretty decent episodes in there.
I think Ultimate Spider-Man is better than this new Spider-Man cartoon, though.
Well, yeah, that's not hard.
Yeah, this new Spider-Man cartoon is...
The Deadpool episode of Ultimate Spider-Man is by far the best.
I did watch that episode, and it was nowhere near as bad as the rest of the show, because Deadpool really does fit. Yeah. If they made the Deadpool animated series for kids and it was just that version of Deadpool, I'd be perfectly happy with it.
Well, yeah. That episode proved that you can do Deadpool PG-13 or 12 rating, or whatever you... Like, you can do him at that age rating.
You can, yeah.
However, Once Upon a Deadpool seemed to have not shown that.
I have no interest in watching Once Upon a Deadpool. Like, if it comes to Netflix or something, I might check it out and just see what the new stuff that they've added is. But I've no interest in watching that. Like Deadpool 1 and 2, I do enjoy. I think actually Deadpool 2 I like slightly more than the first one, but most people didn't.
Even Netflix have a habit of removing my favourite films from Netflix. Chef, Love, Simon, both were removed over Christmas.
Yeah, they've removed a lot of stuff. Like I used to rewatch The Office quite a lot, and that's not even on UK Netflix anymore.
No, and yet they're paying $100 million for Friends.
Yeah, I've no interest in watching Friends.
No.
Again. I watched Friends when it was first started airing, and I watched it all the way through. I've no interest in going back and watching it again. I've seen it all.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I think it's a fine show, but
it's fine.
Jon Favreau made Chef, and I love Chef.
Chef is great. It's a great film.
Chef is the film that's inspired me to do what I'm doing.
You can tell Jon Favreau directed it as well, because he cast Scarlett Johansson as his girlfriend.
Scarlett Johansson and Robert Downey Jr. Because didn't they film that just after they filmed Iron Man 2 as well? It's like, just ask a favour from Downey Jr.
I think it was around the time when they were doing Iron Man 3. I think.
I'll have a look.
I'm pretty sure it was after the first Avengers movie.
I thought it was 2011.
I could be wrong.
No, 2014. Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was slightly after the Avengers.
I thought it was quite...
Maybe it was even after Iron Man 3 then.
Yeah,
I can't remember when Iron Man 3 actually came out.
2013. It was supposed to be set the Christmas after the Avengers. It came out 2013 alongside Thor, the second one.
The worst one.
Yeah.
Well, I still like that movie. It's the worst. It's probably the worst MCU movie, but I still enjoy it.
Ooh. Do you like The Incredible Hulk?
I do.
Yes, cool.
That's a good
Same.
movie. I like that one.
Yeah, I'm still disappointed they didn't make a sequel, even without Ed Norton.
Yeah, but Universal were.
But then we wouldn't have got Ragnarok, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do like the Incredible Hulk. I do think it's a shame they didn't finish off with some of the villains they set up in that movie.
But they're
what's
still
his
around.
name? What's his
leader,
name?
the Abomination.
The leader, that's it.
Yeah, they're still around. The Abomination's in Antarctica. Frozen.
Just put them in the Masters of Evil or Dark Avengers. Whatever Marvel's going to do.
I'd love
to see the leader in a movie though.
Yeah.
And Grey Hulk as well. I want to see one day.
I think we'll... Go on.
Cool.
No. No, I had no idea where I was going with that. Go on.
I would really like to see Grey Hulk in a movie.
Yeah.
Grey Hulk is great.
White Hulk too would be great.
I never read any comics with White Hulk, but the animated series for the Incredible Hulk in the 90s had Grey Hulk in it for a season, I think, and yeah, I thought he was great. Like it's just the Hulk, but he's slightly more evil. He's way more intelligent, but not quite as strong. He's interesting.
Yeah, I kind of wish for a World War Hulk film, but I guess with the Ragnarok and with what it would do to the MCU now, you just can't do it anymore. I don't think we'll ever see a World War Hulk film.
Yeah, I think Ragnarok it had the best of both worlds kind of thing.
Yeah.
But apparently, did you know when Hulk gets when Scarlet Witch poisons the Hulk's mind in Age of Ultron and he goes all evil for a bit?
He was supposed to turn grey, wasn't he?
He was supposed to be Grey Hulk in that sequence.
It's funny because I took that knowledge from you.
Really?
From the Age of Ultron commentary, yeah.
Yeah, I still think it's a shame they didn't go with that.
Yeah, because you could tell that at one point he was going grey because his skin was fading a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I assume Cap might want to not leave, but Doctor Who? Don't leave.
We're going to finish the chat with Doctor Who, are we?
Oh, yeah.
I'll be here.
Yeah, just don't stop recording, okay?
Yeah.
So
this latest season, seriously, what happened?
It was so bad.
The writing was just terrible. Why they would choose Chris Chibnall to take over, the guy that's probably written the single worst episodes of both Russell T Davies and Stephen Moffat's era. He wrote the worst episodes.
Yeah, he did.
So why would they choose him when there's writers that have done brilliant episodes in that time that they could have gone to?
Yeah, your issue with Supergirl. That.
It's the same issue I have with this season of Doctor Who.
But I think Doctor Who is way worse.
It is, because the writing is not even as good as Supergirl. That's saying something.
And Jodie Whittaker, as much as I think she's a good actor, she has really insulted the Doctor Who fans this season. Anyone who is critical of her casting, she is outright. Well, yeah, she's.
But the thing is, we still don't really have a sense of who her Doctor is.
No, we don't.
And it's not her fault. It's the scripts that she's been given are so bad.
Yeah,
there's been nothing she can do. It's the same thing with Henry Cavill and Brandon Routh as Superman. They both could have been great, but the scripts let them down.
But in the same way as Henry Cavill, Henry Cavill hasn't done this, but he seems to have done this. She intends on leaving when Chibnall leaves, which means we will never see a good version of her Doctor.
Yeah, that's one of the saddest things about it. Who would you have wanted to take over as showrunner?
I don't know, but I do have one casting that I think would have been Chibnall's first choice for the casting. Do you know who that was?
No, who was it?
Olivia Colman.
Was it really? I mean, she was rumoured, but I don't think she was ever likely to do it.
She was Chibnall's first choice. Yeah,
that's a shame. She could have been good.
Straight away. Yeah, I don't know who I would have picked because I don't.
She's got a movie career, so
yeah, she is. Yeah. If I would have said no too. Just Chibnall's just terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked someone like I think his name's Paul Cornell. He wrote an episode in season 2, a 2-part episode in season 3 called "The Family of Blood."
Yeah.
And Human Nature, and that's one of my favourite episodes of Doctor Who of all time, and it's just fantastic. And somebody like him could have been brilliant for the show.
Look, to be honest, I think anytime you're doing a new series of Doctor Who, I think you should just throw all of your money at Russell T Davies. I don't think there has been a better showrunner.
No, I mean, I love Stephen Moffat's writing in Russell T Davies' era.
Yeah.
I think a lot of what he did with Doctor Who as showrunner was great, but he also made some major mistakes.
Matt Smith's era was mostly pretty good.
Mm.
And I think he did a great 50th anniversary special.
He did. He was great.
Yeah.
But there's so many writers as well, though, that have done great episodes along the show's tenure.
There has been. And you pick Chris Chibnall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even like people didn't really like the episode Rings of Akatan.
Yeah.
But I thought the writer of that, Neil Cross, who's the creator of a show with Idris Elba called Luther, like he could have been a great showrunner. Even like he really understands how to do action and humor, and I thought he wrote a great episode of Doctor Who.
Yeah, but Chibnall got hired off the basis that Broadchurch season 1 was good. Okay.
Yeah. Apparently season 2 isn't though.
No, apparently season 2 and 3 are dreadful.
And the American remake, what was it? I forget what it was called, but they renamed it even. But David Tennant was the only actor that went over and played his role again.
Yeah.
Except with an American accent.
Why?
But,
I
don't know. But I mean, there's a show that's on. It's not on anymore, but it was quite big for a while. It was a BBC show called Hustle. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't watched it, but I've heard of it.
It's a brilliant show, very stylish. But I mean, even though he's not written any Doctor Who that I know of in the past, the creator of Hustle also created Life on Mars, which was another very popular show for a while.
Yeah.
And he does a show now called Hooten and the Lady. But Tony Jordan, if someone like him was given Doctor Who, I think he could have brought a really fresh perspective on the show and turned it into something new and vibrant. And
to be honest,
yeah.
At the end of the day, as much as you can dream big about showrunners, you just need somebody competent, somebody who knows how to.
Somebody who hasn't written the worst episodes in the show's history. Well, post 2005 history. Some of the classic Doctor Who's are a lot worse.
Oh, yeah. Even though I think the last season was the worst season in New Who, I don't think that's really argued.
I think the only season that is a contender for worst series is the one where they split it halfway through, and it was.
Oh yeah, that. But I kind of don't blame. I don't know who I blame now. I don't really blame anyone.
No, I mean, even the season where it was one of the Capaldi seasons, and it was like every episode except one was a two-parter.
Was that his last season?
I think it was his second to last season. I could be wrong. But I remember that season having some pretty terrible episodes.
No, that was Heaven Sent, Hell Bent. One of the best episodes of Doctor Who in recent time, and then one of the worst episodes of Doctor Who in recent times.
I mean, I wouldn't call it one of the worst, but it definitely wasn't good.
Well, no.
Compared to Chibnall's episodes, it was definitely.
What I meant was one of the worst at the time. Now it's the 13th worst.
Yeah. I don't know, there was only like maybe 2, maybe 3 episodes this season that I actually liked.
Yeah.
I liked the first episode.
Yeah, I thought that was okay.
Yeah. I quite liked the Kablam episode, even though it wasn't fantastic, but I did enjoy it.
It was fun, stupid. It was like It
felt more like Doctor Who than the rest of the season. I thought.
I wish Tennant had, or like, if Russell T Davies and Tennant had that episode, it would have been one of the standouts of.
Yeah, even Matt Smith's Doctor would have been great in that one. Yeah. Especially with the Fez at the beginning, like.
Yeah, that was. To be honest, seeing that Fez just made me wish it was Matt Smith.
Yeah.
And not because of Matt Smith.
I think Jodie Whittaker. I think she could be a great Doctor.
I think
she really
too.
Could, but she just needs better scripts. And we're not even going to get a new season this year because Chibnall has no ideas.
Yeah.
But he's actually come out in an interview and said he hasn't got any ideas for this year. So, if someone offers you the job as showrunner and you have absolutely no idea what you want to do with the show,
shouldn't be showrunner.
Yeah, the classy thing to do is to say I'm the wrong person for this job, but then recommend someone he thinks would be good for it.
Yeah.
And maybe he could even say I'll come in and do an episode here and there if you like, but I shouldn't be the showrunner.
I'll oversee this, but I won't touch it. I just sort of, yeah, pretty good.
I'm trying to think even what the other episode I liked was. I mean, I liked some parts of the New Year's special.
Yeah, I kind of liked Rosa. I thought that was okay.
Rosa was good for the most part.
But it had a major issue. Space racist.
Yeah, he just wasn't an interesting villain.
Have you noticed? And I don't like to get political on this podcast, but Cap's the one with issues with that, so you can't hear us. No, you'll probably be away from Mike. I might have to get his attention somehow. But no, have you realised all of the villains seem to be white males?
Yeah. Have you also noticed that there's been basically no interesting alien designs this year? Like, there's been Tim Shaw and one guy in the episode with the Mirror Universe thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's basically been it. Like, every other alien in the show has been either human or human with, like, a tiny little, like, eyebrow thing going.
Remember how they were talking about the tooth monster being, like, the next master? It's going to be great. It's going to be...
It really wasn't.
It was terrible.
He was good in the first episode, but when he came back, he just wasn't interesting anymore.
It's just, oh look, it's a thing with teeth.
Yeah, but you remember, like, in Russell T Davies's era, every episode would have a new and interesting alien design.
Yeah,
and awesome, like, makeup effects.
And on the off chance it didn't, it would be one of the best character development episodes.
Yeah. It would either be on Earth and it would be mostly humans, or it would be in space and it would have like these otherworldly looking aliens and it would be like interesting. And I don't know, it just I don't know where the money went this year.
Yeah, remember when they said
it had a decent budget, but what did they use it on? Just like shooting in foreign locations for no reason.
Yeah, it's like
they went abroad for no reason.
We spent all of this money shooting in India. It all looked like green screen anyway.
But it just, the woods, like, they spent a lot of the time in India, like, in the woods and stuff.
Yeah, you could have filmed those woods in...
They looked like the same woods from the opening episode. They could have easily shot that in England. They
also looked like the same woods from the Weeping Angels episode.
Yeah, and the Witch Trial episode had the same woods. Like, it's like... It reminded me of like student film where it's like they haven't got money for locations, so they go and shoot in the woods.
But in most occasions where they use the woods in past Doctor Who, I know where they've shot that because it's a massive wood with several different areas. Like there's a pond, there's a big green area next to one part. I don't know why they didn't just use that again because it's a massive thing.
They spent all their money on stupid reasons, like stupid things.
Yeah.
It's like even that episode, Planet of the Dead, one of David Tennant's last episodes, and they went and shot it all in the desert. Like it made sense for the episode because they used the location well.
Yeah, they made the most of the location, but in these they haven't.
But even in that, they had like that one alien creature who had like cool makeup effects.
Yeah,
it looked like a giant fly.
Yeah, if they were using India, why didn't they you make the most out of it by using real Indian tribe huts and stuff. You make sure it's not a set because you're paying this much to shoot in India, and yet that's definitely a set. It's definitely on a green screen. That's definitely.
I mean, even like it's not like Doctor Who hasn't gone abroad to shoot before. Like the two-parter with The Silence in season 6. And like with the Doctor's death, they go to like that lake. They go to I forget what the name of the place is, but it's the same.
In Nevada, location. Right?
Yeah, Nevada.
Yeah.
And it was like the same place they used on multiple Star Trek episodes and a bunch of other things. Indiana Jones, I think, shot there.
Because if you want to make somewhere unusual, you immediately go, okay, so is there a desert available? Is there a quarry available? Is there just a random bit of water somewhere?
But even with the extra costs of shooting in another country, they still had the Silence design, which was like one of the coolest looking aliens.
That was amazing. But remember after Top Gear got bad, and they promised to invest that budget into other shows.
Mm.
And one of
they
their
never did.
main points was supposed to be Doctor Who, but I don't see any of that money anywhere.
No.
Oh.
Maybe like the cinematography on the first episode was fantastic.
Yeah, it was really
but
good.
Then it was just basic for the rest of the season.
Oh, one issue I did have, I can't remember. It was 1 or 2 episodes from the end when Jodie Whittaker, and this is down to the writing, had a go at single father for being a single father.
Yeah, he kind of deserved it. He didn't even go to his own mother's funeral.
Yeah,
I was okay with that moment. I was like, yeah,
I still have an issue with it. Oh,
yeah.
Hey Cap, I can see you unmuted your mic.
I will say this though, the design, once the Dalek got back in its armor/tank, like I liked that sort of scrapyard Dalek design. It was certainly a hell of a lot better than like the Power Ranger plastic Daleks.
Yeah, it's better than the bright colourful ones, but
I liked that new Dalek design. I liked how when it spoke, like part of like the insides lit up and stuff. Like that was the one good thing in that episode. But again, though, the majority of the episode, it's just a woman driving around and occasionally killing people. It's just like you have the Dalek in it and you don't even use it.
Yeah, I just realised of one major topic that we've forgotten to speak about, or you can speak about that in a minute, okay?
Yeah, I mean, I'm basically done with Doctor Who now.
Yeah, I've kind of said.
I thought it'd be more positive than negative.
No,
Doctor Who this season has been very negative.
It's been crap.
Yeah,
and it's all down to the writing.
Yeah, but hey, the Disney Plus. So we got a fair bit of news on that in the past 2 days, I think.
Yeah, I don't think that's coming in England, so I haven't even been following it.
Isn't it?
Don't think so. Like we haven't even got DC Universe.
Oh no, but I never expect us to get that. Also, I've got Netflix. Don't really need. If it's not coming,
DC Universe has some shows and movies that I really would want. I would pay for that subscription service for some of those shows.
Yeah,
but it's just not even available over here.
Yeah, but I guess so. In the Loki show, it's going to be set in the past about Loki's life and played by a different actor. Thoughts?
What is he like? Going to be like teenage Loki or something?
Yeah, it's going to be like
Loki in the teen years.
Yeah, something like that. It's going to be growing up Loki.
I mean, I'll watch it.
To be fair, they have thousands of years to cover,